in business tonight. Approximately 10,500 new customers are said to be reached with power after Kenya Power signed a new power purchase agreement deal with Ethiopian Electric Power, EEU. EEU will continue supplying 3 megawatt of electricity in a new supply line targeting the northern parts of Kenya. NTV's Brian George Otieno has the details.
The new power supply agreement is the second supplementary agreement to the electricity supply agreement between the two power distributors. Under the agreement that was signed on Friday, Kenya Power will purchase electricity at approximately 19.50 shillings per kilowatt hour plus a demand charge of approximately 819 shillings per kilowatt hour.
It's also important to mention that this tariff will not be signed off by KPLC if it is not approved by EPRA. So anything you buy cross-border PPA-wise has to be approved by EPRA, which approval we actually got a week before. Because the other contract was lasting, we needed to finish the sign-offs quickly. So that's where we are, that additional 2 cents per kilowatt in the current period. Now the tariff is, the energy supply agreement is for 10 years, but the tariff is reviewable every 3 years.
This partnership comes at a time when the demand for power is actively surging in Kenya, outpacing local supply of locally generated power. Kenya's peak electricity demand reached a record 2,439 megawatt in December 2025, driven by rising industrialization, urban growth, and new household connections. Domestic supply faces tightening margins, promoting increased reliance on regional imports and alternative commercial self-generation. On the converse, the domestic generation reached 3.45 billion kilowatt-hour in early 2026, but consumption grew faster at 9% year-on-year. Intermittent renewable sources like wind and solar force occasional grid balancing and reliance on imports.
So for us to appreciate that, why we get these energy supply agreements, first of all, is because we know getting grid there will take time. So that's why we were even in that negotiation, discussing border towns like Kakaba, Mera, Bamiso, so that if we get those, we are currently running on diesel, and anything we displace on diesel is actually a saving for the customer on the tariff side, because those costs of running those plants go in to be on the main tariff.
Electricity imports, primarily from Ethiopia, via the Ethiopian Electric Utility Link, managed through Kenya Power and Lighting Company, surged to bridge local shortfalls. The agreement builds on already significant energy relationship, with Ethiopia supplying about 10% to 11% of Kenya's daily electricity consumption, making it Kenya's second largest electricity supplier after state-owned generator KenGen. Among Kenya's imported electricity, Ethiopia accounts for roughly 83%, with Uganda and Tanzania providing the remainder.
Ethiopia has up to 45,000 megawatt hydropower electric generation potential that would feed into its bigger energy mix that also consists of geothermal energy. Conversations are already underway to enjoin South Sudan in imports of power to meet South Sudan's demand, and also Somalia is said to be entering that chart soon. Brian George Otieno, NTV, Nairobi.